Did you know that simply adjusting your lane position could be the difference between life and death on a motorcycle? Most riders think staying in the middle of the lane is safest, but in reality, that's where oil and debris collect, making it the most dangerous spot to ride. Riding a motorcycle isn't just about skill, it's about following a code, a set of unspoken rules that experienced riders live by. Whether it's how you ride in a group, how you treat another rider's bike, or the one thing you should never do when passing another motorcyclist. These unwritten rules separate true riders from the rest. Stick around, because today we're breaking down the 7 rules every motorcyclist should know. Rules that aren't in the manual, but could save your ride or even your life. Number 1. Prioritize safety above all. Unlike a car, there's no metal shell to protect you, no airbags to cushion a crash, and no second chances if things go south. That's why safety isn't just an option, it's a rule every rider should live by. The stats don't lie. According to the NHTSA, motorcyclists are about 28 times more likely to die in a crash than car passengers. That's a terrifying number, but it's a reality check. The biggest threats: speeding, impaired riding, and reckless behavior. A lot of new riders underestimate how quickly things can go wrong, whether it's a sudden pothole, an unexpected car merge, or just misjudging a turn. So, how do you stay safe? First, never ride under the influence. This one should be obvious, but every year, countless riders make the mistake of thinking they can handle a few drinks. Bad call. Your reaction time slows, and 1 second of hesitation could be the difference between a close call and disaster. Second, gear up always. You might think you don't need a full-face helmet on a short ride, but a crash doesn't care how far you were going. Road rash, broken bones, or worse, your helmet and gear are your best defense. And finally, ride like you're invisible. Number 2. Never touch another's bike without permission. Sounds simple, right? But you'd be surprised how often people break this unspoken rule. Unlike cars, motorcycles are deeply personal to their owners. They're not just machines, they're an extension of the rider's personality, time, and money. Some bikers spend thousands of dollars customizing their ride, fine-tuning every part, from the handlebars to the exhaust, making it uniquely theirs. So when someone walks up and grabs the throttle, leans on it for a photo, or worse, sits on it, it's straight up disrespectful. Now, let's talk about why this is a real issue. First, motorcycles are way easier to tip over than they look. One wrong move and that bike could be on the ground, leading to scratches, dents, or even expensive repairs. Second, bikes are mechanical beasts with sensitive controls. Grabbing the clutch, twisting the throttle, or messing with the brakes can lead to serious malfunctions. Some high-performance motorcycles have quick shifters or electronic tuning that can be thrown off just by improper handling. Number 3. Avoid asking to ride someone else's motorcycle. A motorcycle isn't just a vehicle, it's a personal, finely tuned machine that riders trust with their lives. That's why asking to ride someone else's bike is a huge no-go. Unlike borrowing a car, where adjustments are minimal, every rider gets used to their bike's weight, throttle response, and braking. Handing it over to someone unfamiliar can be downright dangerous. And let's be honest, if you drop it, you're paying for the damage. And that's if the owner doesn't hold a lifelong grudge. Even experienced riders avoid swapping bikes unless there's absolute trust. So, if you're curious about how a bike rides, admire it, ask questions, but don't ask for the keys. If the owner wants you to take it for a spin, they'll offer. Number 4. Learn and use proper hand signals. Unlike cars, motorcycles don't have flashy, oversized turn signals. And let's be real, some riders don't even use them. That's why knowing and using proper hand signals is an unspoken rule of the road that every motorcyclist should follow. Why does this matter so much? Because visibility is everything on 2 wheels. When you're riding with a group, your fellow riders need to know when you're slowing down, turning, or if there's a road hazard ahead. A simple left arm extended down signals a stop, while a bent arm pointing up tells everyone you're turning right. These aren't just cool biker traditions, they're essential for safety. Even in solo riding, these signals can help prevent accidents, especially when your turn signals aren't visible to cars behind or next to you. One of the biggest issues motorcyclists face is being overlooked by other drivers. According to the NHTSA, over 40% of motorcycle crashes involving another vehicle happen because the driver didn't see the rider. Using hand signals makes it clear what your next move is, reducing the chances of a car cutting you off or misjudging your actions. Number 5. Ride in a staggered formation during group rides. If you've ever ridden in a group, you've seen the staggered formation, a precise, well-spaced lineup that looks choreographed. But it's not just for show, it's one of the most important safety rules in group riding. A staggered formation maximizes visibility, reaction time, and escape routes if something goes wrong. Riding side by side might seem tight, but it's risky. It leaves no room to swerve or react. If one rider dodges a pothole or brakes suddenly, the other has nowhere to go. Instead, staggering keeps one rider in the left portion of the lane and the next slightly behind in the right, ensuring clear sight lines and space to maneuver. It also makes the group more visible to cars, reducing the chance of drivers cutting through. However, staggered riding only works on straight roads. On curves or twisty sections, riders should switch to a single file line for more control and space to lean. Number 6. Assist fellow riders in distress. If you see a fellow rider pulled over, don't just ride past to check if they're okay. In the motorcycle community, it's an unwritten rule to look out for each other. Unlike cars, when a bike is stranded, it usually means something serious. A breakdown, a flat tire, or even a crash. And since motorcycles don't have the luxury of built-in roadside assistance, a stranded rider could be in real trouble, especially in remote areas or heavy traffic. Even if they wave you off, slow down and make sure they're not in distress. Sometimes injuries from a minor crash don't hit immediately, and having another rider there can make all the difference. Plus, a second set of hands can help get a dropped bike back up, or offer a quick fix that gets them back on the road. This is more than just a courtesy. It's what makes the motorcycle community strong. Cars might not stop for a rider in need, but another biker will. One day, you might be the one needing help, and you'll be grateful when another rider pulls over. Number 7. Acknowledge other motorcyclists. Riding a motorcycle isn't just about the road, it's about the community. That's why acknowledging fellow riders is an unspoken rule that every motorcyclist follows. Whether it's a simple wave, a head nod, or the classic two-finger salute, this small gesture means a lot. It's a sign of respect, a way of saying, "I see you, ride safe." Why does this matter? Because motorcyclists share a unique bond. Unlike cars, bikes are exposed, vulnerable, and demand more skill to ride. When you pass another rider, you're passing someone who gets it, the thrill, the dangers, and the freedom. That wave isn't just politeness. It's an unspoken brotherhood and sisterhood on two wheels. Some situations call for different ways to acknowledge each other. If you're in heavy traffic or taking a turn, a simple head nod does the trick. If you're on the highway, a quick left-hand wave is common. Riding in a group? A subtle glance in the mirror or a quick tap on the helmet can signal awareness. Of course, not every rider waves back, and that's okay. Some might be new, focused on the road, or just didn't see you. But that doesn't mean you shouldn't do it. Acknowledging other motorcyclists isn't just tradition. It reinforces the sense of unity that makes riding special. That's all for today. If you found this video helpful, then do not forget to like, subscribe, and share the video with your friends.